What motivates me is just going for the win, period. It's like the one thing that I can't find elsewhere to give me that itch or that drive is trying to win a race. I'm Eli Tomac, and I'm from Cortez, Colorado. When I was a kid, we would watch Supercross on the television, and that was my dream, was to be one of those guys. Pretty crazy to be living that dream. So I got my first bike, it was Christmas, I think I was 4 years old, PW50, and that's where it all started.
You guys, first motorbike, woo-hoo! 5 years old, Christmas morning, December 25th, 1997, on his Yamaha, here he goes, whee! Money light!
My first race was actually in Mancus. That's just 45 minutes up the road from where our ranch is at here.
Yeah, when you're up here, it's like epic.
I call this place the ranch. This is my dad's property. Growing up on a ranch it's different, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I mean, you can go out and basically do whatever you want to do. You're building dirt jumps with your buddies, you're driving RC cars, riding your dirt bikes, whatever it may be. It's just you go out your back door and you just go do it.
So this track right here, it's a little bit covered in weeds, but this is where we had our very first track on the farm.
We have 2 Supercross tracks and then the motocross tracks. It's our training grounds. It's where I spend 9.5 months of the year.
Yeah. So should we just do like half and half kind of thing?
We could, yeah. I'd like to, especially like a turn like this, and you coming down and landing, I'd like to see if we can just pick that throttle up as early as we can.
So my dad has a professional mountain bike background.
Yeah, I started as a BMXer from age 7 to about 17, and then transitioned over into professional mountain biking.
So 2 wheels were always in our blood.
Mountain biking was brand new in the mid-'80s, and I got into mountain biking. There was nothing as far as any type of guidance or coaching, or I was just using some road cycling training techniques that I just learned, some with some coaching and some on my own.
He made his living, on 2 wheels, on the bicycle. So in that sense, I think that really helped me as a racer and as a rider. He has a good eye. He's watched me enough now. Like he knows, when I miss something or what I need to work on that way, and I trust his word for it. That's a huge thing. Is can you trust the guy that's training you, right?
My role with Eli's career right now, and it always really has been, is really just guiding him.
He's out on the practice track with me.
My background, a lot of times I did a lot of my training on my own, so I preferred to be a little more private with my training, and then I kind of carried that over to Eli, and it was a little bit old school in that the guys kind of used to be that way.
He's doing my contracts for me.
And his scheduling, and really his business arrangements too, because in my sport I did a lot of my management for 15 years, so for me it was a natural transition for me to help him with his.
What do we got pulling up over there? The General. Watch out.
So he's my agent, he's my trainer, and he's my dad.
Like a lot of times I have to, you know, back off a little bit and give him his space. Because there's a family dynamic there also. It's not just, okay, I'm your manager, but I'm also his father, so that's something I had to be careful with.
So he's a little bit of everything.
I always felt like because I was an athlete for 15 years, I had a perspective of, okay, how hard is this on you, like completely on you, like mentally, physically, everything. And I kind of used that knowledge of the things that I had been through and applied it to what Eli has going on.
Eli, Tomac, number 33. Eli looking good out there.
When he got to a certain level, I'm like, okay, this guy's good enough to do this. We're gonna lay it out. And then it's up to them, really, you know.
Oh, I almost full shot it. I think you got it.
So I turned pro when I was 17. And that was 2010.
The thing about being a professional athlete is you have to perform if you want to, you know, make a good living at it. So I realized that from a very young age. You know, when I was 17, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, our sport is, you go pro at a very, very young age, and it's hard. It's hard, and it takes years to like build your base.
He had a really pretty, I'd say pretty steady progression through his amateur career. He didn't just barnstorm Loretta's from 50 cc's all the way through. You know, he slowly built and became better and better and better.
Motocross has been, I mean, it's been everything for my life. It's taken me around the United States. It's taken me overseas. So in that sense, it's like irreplaceable. Being outside, doing something you love, riding your bike, like that's what's so cool about it all is that's my job. The low point is actually being away from home. It's like you're on the road all the time. It's 30 weekends a year. Well, when I'm not racing, I mean, my life has changed a lot with the little ones. So having kids is awesome. We have 2 now, a baby boy and a baby girl. So we've got it all going on right now. Will the little ones get motorcycles? We'll probably get them. It's a great family sport. Just as a whole, like I look back and I could imagine being in my parents' shoes, like just having the whole family. It's a great family event. I hope they like riding bikes.
We got Tyler, we got Eli. We're in July 1998. We got 2 5-year-olds ready to race. They're ready. What kind of bike you got here, E? What is this? What? Yamaha. Yamaha? What size is it?
What is it called? PW50.
Oh.
The 2022 season's, it's gonna be a whole new look for Eli. I've got a new motorcycle. I'm on a Yamaha now, so that's a big deal for us.
That's why it was tough. Like new track, new bike. It was kind of butt pucker. The first session. It's like I was a Supercross track in 6 months. Oh my God! And now I'm on a new bike.
I really do feel like it's going to be a good situation for me, so and give me a good opportunity to try to win races. So next season will be my 12th season of racing. I still love doing it. You know, I don't know exactly how long it's going to be, whether it's a year, only a year of racing or 2. I don't know that day yet, you know, when I'm going to say, hey, I'm done.
With Eli, I'm like, don't ever say you're going to retire at the end of this year or that year. I was like, you're going to know when you've had enough and when you're done. And I'm like, when your motivation is gone to race and to win, then you know that the time is getting close.
One thing I have told myself is, as long as I can win a race and be like in the hunt for that win, you know, or be battling for the lead. But the day I lose that, I feel like, hey, maybe now it's time to let it go, you know? So for goals, I'm really close to like checking all the goals off, but the problem with like racing is that you get just addicted to like going after the checkered flag and winning. So that's kind of like a never-ending thing you want as a racer. So big picture-wise, I've kind of checked everything off the box, but the chase of winning races never really goes away. So that's why I'm still here and why I still like to do it.